Hi Pisces, welcome to your week ahead taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, thank you so much for all of your support. You know I love you for it. With that said, if you would like to book a personal tarot reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. And before we start, as always, I would like to bless all of my decks of cards with all forms, look, moon card, that's you, with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So let's see what the week ahead has in store for you. Right, what is the destiny card for the week ahead? What is going on? And this week you get the Fool card. New beginnings, new places, new people, new stimulus. This is effectively, when I see this, the Fool card, yes, it can be surprising happening things, but sometimes it is literally the hand of destiny. When you see the Destiny card being the Fool card, it kind of suggests that there's going to be a big change for you this week. There's going to be a big shift. This could see you opening up to life in a brand new way, and it could see you having some sort of instinct of something that you want to do. It's about getting started on something, about beginning something anew. And the thing about the Fool card, it does it does encourage taking a few more calculated risks for sure, because it has links to Aquarius. But the Fool card ultimately is new things. It's new matter, new people, new places, new everything coming into your life, and it often brings us a fated event. And this is an event that we can't get away from, that we can't circumvent or anything like that. And the reason being, it very often reveals to us who we truly are now, not in relation to the past, not with any of our baggage, not with what our hopes and dreams are. It brings you something that you have to think on your feet with. So you say, right, okay, who am I now and how do I deal with this at this moment in time? And it tends to bring you an experience that you don't have any point of reference for. It tends to bring you something so spontaneous and so different to what you've experienced that you have to ask yourself, who am I now and how do I deal with this as who I am at this moment in time? The direction, what does it relate to? So you've got the Seven of Swords. This is not an easy card. I've got to be honest with you, my dear Scorpios, my dear Pisceans. The Seven of Swords is about lies, deceit and secrets, things that are being withheld. You've got two paths ahead of you, right? This week, I'm sorry to say this, and I know I'll probably get a lot of backlash for this because a lot of people are going, oh yeah, that's not me. There is something you have been keeping under wraps. You've got two options this week. You can either speak up and be honest and open about it. That's the way that you can get ahead of this. Or it will be divulged for you, right? So you have those are the two options that you have in front of you. You see straight away I got a bit more serious. The interesting thing is, if you check out the general weekly overview, this week has a very heavy Piscean energy to it. I don't know what's going on astrologically, to be honest, because I haven't actually checked. But with the cards that came through, there was a very heavy Pisces energy, and not like the beautiful side of Pisces, the sort of hidden, sneaky part of Pisces. Sorry to say, you guys know me by now, I call him like I see him. And it does suggest that there is something being, there's no high priestess here, but it does suggest that something's being revealed, and you will have two options. You can either speak up and claim the power from the situation in that way and just say, look, you know what, I've got to come clean about this, or that will be divulged for you. The Seven of Swords is about things that are effectively being kept hidden or kept secret. Now, that's not to say that this is necessarily you. It could be something that has been held back from you. But either which way, that knowledge will come to pass your ears this week. And the reason being is because somebody will be divulging something in, that as a good example, and I've had this happen once before. You're stood waiting to get your coffee at Starbucks. 3 people ahead of you, there's somebody chatting to a friend, and they happen to be talking about somebody that you know. And do you see what I mean? And it will be like that. You've got the Fool card, destined, fated thing to happen. There's nothing you can do to circumvent this. The only thing that you could do, if it is you, The only thing that you can do is come clean about whatever it is. If it relates to something, you know, to do with you, but it's about somebody else, you will either hear it from the horse's mouth or it will be divulged to you from somebody else. Right, let's have a look at the insight card. I always see this as like the peek behind the scenes. And this week you get the Three of Cups. Beautiful. So there is some reprieve. It does suggest that actually, well, one thing I'll say, not a week to overindulge, especially not with that heavy Piscean energy that I talked about. It's not a week to run away. If you face up to what is happening in front of you, what is coming up now, I promise you, not only will you come out of it good, but you'll actually have a reason to smile and to celebrate. The insight card basically says you don't have to hide at the bottom where there's no light and, you know, do this whole escapist thing. You don't have to do that. The Three of Cups is about enjoyment. It's about people getting together. It's about sharing. It's about caring. Right? And the best way to do that, sometimes it's just about being honest about how you feel, what you think, what's going on with you, you know, what it is that you're not necessarily sharing with people. On another front, this does suggest, if this is not you, the Pisces, that has that thing that needs to be talked about, then it does suggest that you will be hearing about it from somebody else and possibly a third party. You see that? I literally gave you an example and look what came out. Because the Three of Cups can also be reunions. So if you find yourself in a situation of a reunion, you may very well end up hearing something, you know, out loud that makes your ears go red, or it might be about you, in which case your face will go red. The only way to get ahead of a speeding train, you know, you can't really, and this is why I say this week is a week for openness, for honesty, for upfront communication and conversation, and providing you can do that, this is actually wonderful. You know, it has the potential to not be so heavy or so shocking or all of that stuff. So if it's not too personal, I doubt a lot of people will be commenting on this video this week, please let me know in the comment section below. I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Remember, these aren't set in stone. They are likelihoods. They are possible futures that can come up. If you know what this relates to in your life, do the best thing for all involved and just come clean. And that's not to say that, you know, because this probably sounds really accusatory and I don't want it to. I'm just speaking as I read. And if you've been watching me long enough, you guys know by now, I say what I see. I always have and I always will. I'm never going to sugarcoat it or hold it back. I'm not accusing you. I'm just saying this energy is here, is very prominent and very prevalent, as you will see when you see the weekly general overview. So it's an interesting one for sure. I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a great week. Be honest and true and open to all things, right? Especially communication and dialogue. Take care. I'll see you soon.